Good night.
I'm your host, Maddie.
And I'm your host, Barbara.
Thank you for tuning into The Times News. Tonight, we asked a very important question. How did codes of law affect witchcraft and the supernatural around the world?
Let's bring in our first guest, a Mesopotamian Ossipu, or exorcist. Let's welcome our first guest, a Mesopotamian Ossipu, or exorcist.
Hello, I'm what's known as an Ossipu, or a Mesopotamian exorcist. I'm in the priest caste.
Can you tell me any of your most recent cases?
Yes, I shall tell you about Billy Bob. In Mesopotamia, we believe in the Assyrian ghost. The ghost possesses people who have been buried incorrectly. And let's just say, Billy Bob was a Billy Slug.
So, what happened to Mr. Bob?
Billy had a very traumatic death. His ex cursed him to an unimaginable death, and he was decapitated by a rock. The Syrian ghost possessed him after the peasants could not locate his head. In Mesopotamia, there is a law that states that anyone possessed by a supernatural force must be executed. Here's a clip of me using white magic to free Billy of the evil.
Wow, that was very brave of you. We will take a short break, but when we return, Pharaoh's cat has visions of another realm. Oh my God! Here you go.
Welcome back to the Times News. Tonight, I am with King Solomon, the ancient Egyptian king who has a lot to say.
Yo. I'm King Solomon, the best king, no doubt about it. I'm also an amazing magician.
So, as you know, tonight, we are trying to answer a very important question. Can you give us any insight into how ancient Egypt was affected by laws against supernatural legends and witchcraft?
Yeah, actually Egypt embraced the supernatural and was interested in witchcraft, but it definitely had a bad effect on Egypt.
Wait, how?
Because a freaking cat was more prestigious than me, Solomon the Great. All because Pharaoh's cat could see into other realms. A cat left a bigger mark on history than me, Solomon the Great.
Wow, you heard it here. We've uncovered evidence to help us answer our big question. Well, back to you, Barbara.
Thank you, Maddie. I have a special guest, an Indus River Valley priest, Larry.
Hello, my name is Larry and I'm the leader of the Indus River Valley, and I'm here to spread a very important message. A giant snake is here.
Please, go on.
In our civilization, we have a supernatural legend known as the Naga. They are snakes disguised as human beings. Almost half of our community has turned into Nagas and Nagis. I'm the leader of the Indus River Valley civilization because our government type is a theocracy. But all of my prayers and exorcism tactics are failing. If you aren't a Naga and live in the Indus River Valley, escape!
Thank you for alarming us. We will continue after this commercial break.
Breaking news. We have special details on the story behind Anubli. Allegedly, a husband murdered his wife in ancient China. The wife came back to life to haunt her husband for the crime committed. If you spot a Chinese man with a burn on his cheek, you will know that that man is a killer. Because according to ancient Chinese law, criminals are branded on their left cheek for committing a crime. Let's go back to normal broadcasting.
Hey there. Welcome to Aphrodite's Corner. Cupid, for the last time you were 70,000 years old. Shut up and stop crying like a little baby. Today we are going to be talking about Fred the Cyclops. Now Fred decided to tell one of my little nymphs that he puts Aphrodite to shame. How rude. Well, as a little gift for his comment, I decided to curse him. Instead of Fred the Cyclops, it is now Fred the Blind Cyclops. Okay, well, I had to. So, you know, it kind of is like posted in the tort law that you're allowed to punish someone if they've hurt you, and Fred definitely hurt me. So, yeah. What's my line?
The gods are back! Julius Caesar's long-lost brother has recently made a deal with the devil. Literally. Fake name Caesar wanted his assassinated brother back from the dead. He made the deal to let Pluto out of the underworld in exchange for his brother back. Well, let's just say once he let Pluto out, he opened the gates to Olympus. Now the gods are back.
Fake name Caesar has been charged with murder for wasting the gods' time. Didn't you hear? There's a dragon in town!
But didn't you hear? The rumor was false, which means you lied. So you'll be sent to trial by ordeal to test your innocence. Don't break the law, kids.
Do you believe in the Oddsy? Welcome to
Tell us your
segment we like to
opinion.
call
Contact us
Believe
at
It or Not.
248
Tonight, we are covering the
2437.
ancient African supernatural creature, the Odsay. The Odsay is a vampire in the legends of the Eel people of Ghana and Togo. It takes the form of a firefly, and if you capture one, it will revert to human appearance. For our last report, we just learned that about Robin Hood, a thief who steals from the rich and gives to the poor. We almost have a complete answer. Let's delve into the early Americas.
Apparently Johnny, who sometimes goes by Jim, was blinded by the sun god Inti. Because Inti blinded Jim, he was sacrificed atop the temples dedicated to the god.
Since he has stolen so much, he's wanted dead or alive.
Well, Maddie, we have all of our evidence. It's time to find the answer to our big question. How do the codes of law affect witchcraft and supernatural around the world?
Supernatural and witchcraft legends date all the way back to Mesopotamian times.
In some places, like Egypt for example, embraced the supernatural and accepted witchcraft. Laws definitely had an effect on these things, causing people death or near death.
Well, thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm your host, Maddie.
And I'm your host, Barbara. Thank you for watching The Times News. Oh, wow.
Shut up!
Put them boys on rock, and they be lining down the block just to watch what I got. So delicious.
Okay.
It's hot, so delicious. They put them boys on rock, and for delicious. They want a taste of what I got, so delicious. Check it out.
Time to make the black and white magic inside you equal. Ready? And just start. Ooh. And just start. It's equal now, thanks to me.